Help is on the way for Canadians trapped overseas amid the chaos of the COVID-19 pandemic.
We're working with Canadian airlines to make commercial flights available for as many Canadians who are stranded as possible.
But as countries around the world are put on lockdown, airports close and flights are cancelled to contain the spread of the coronavirus, the government is warning
we are unlikely to be able to bring everyone home.
The situation is changing, ladies and gentlemen, hour by hour.
Canada's Foreign Affairs Minister says Ottawa has to negotiate country by country access to restricted airspace and even how to get Canadians to the airport when roads are closed.
Like I say, the plane is usually the easiest step in all that.
The first flight is bringing a group of stranded Canadians home from Morocco to Montreal. Air Canada sent a plane Saturday.
There will be more flights from other locations in the coming days. This potentially includes Peru and Spain.
Time is running out for the hundreds of Canadians in Peru, increasingly desperate after the Peruvian government said they would no longer allow anyone to be repatriated from outside of the country.
Early in this morning, we got reassurance that flights that would bring Canadians back home would be allowed to leave the airspace and obviously to land and take passengers and leave. We're going to have a further call this afternoon to make sure that this is still the case.
But that provides little hope for Toronto resident Shannon Monteith, who's stuck in Lima and says details from the Canadian government have been limited.
There's nothing that has been sent out that gives any specifics as to what is happening, like what is the timeline. If we're going to be here for a week, 2 weeks, 3 days, we're just in limbo.
Monteith says her biggest fear is that her and her children could still be stuck there for months.
At nighttime, all you see out on the streets are military personnel and trucks and uniforms with machine guns. That's scary. Nothing is clear in what is happening, and to us being here, nothing is happening fast enough because we want to go home. It's time for us to go home.
Trudeau says stranded Canadians must register with Global Affairs Canada. Now you can complete that registration online to get the latest updates and texts from the government. But Monteith says those updates haven't been consistent or frequent enough. For City News, I'm Caryn Ceolin.